Hello there. I'm growing a beard low key. Never been able to do that. You seen that? Ooh! Besides the point, Jon Jones, he put on a pretty impressive performance, I would say. Nothing we haven't seen from Jon. The kicking game, the range, the wrestling, the ground and pound, all that kind of stuff. The finish was very nice. I want to talk about some things that I learned, and also talk about the obvious giant elephant in the room that is Tom Aspinall. When it comes to the future of Jon Jones's career, Jon is very adamant. He's not going to fight Tom Aspinall unless he gets paid a big bag. What does a big bag look like for Jon? I don't know. A big bag for me would be $400. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm getting in there. Either way, what Jon does so well, look at that teep. What Jon does so well, I'm sure most of you know this, but I was talking earlier about this. Jon's kicks. He is so versatile with his kicks. Out of both stances, Jon has practically every kick in the book. He's got front kicks, he's got round kicks, he's got inside low kicks if it's a southpaw orthodox or orthodox southpaw. He's got the teeps, I don't know if I already said that. He's got stomps from both legs. He's got side kicks to the body from both legs. Spinning kicks, head kicks, he's got all of the kicks. So when you're standing in front of Jon Jones, and I think this is the problem that a lot of these bigger guys face, is they're standing in front of him, and whether he's in southpaw or orthodox, he can kick with either leg very, like, dexterously, if that's a word. Like, he's got dexterity, and you don't know what weapon is coming. Jon, at his disposal, has like 5 kicks from his left leg, 5 kicks from his right, and then obviously he has punches, he has elbows, he's got like knees. The weapons that Jon has at his disposal are way superior to the weapons that Stipe has at his disposal. Stipe can throw an inside low kick, an outside low kick, a jab and a cross, maybe lead with a hook, but that's it. He's at like 5, and Jon is at like damn near 50. I know that might be an exaggeration, but Jon has so many weapons at his disposal. And one of them is this teep. And the way that he throws his teep kicks is so violent. He gets no heel involved. His heel is not even like close to landing, really, ever. It's straight toes digging into the body. And he throws it so fast and aggressively. If you got an elbow on that thing, you'd break the toe for sure. But the way he throws it is just so fast and aggressive that it's extremely hard to block. And when it digs in, it's just like a knife digging into the body. And oh, Stipe had some bad reactions to these. Even there, he's just like, damn. And this is a part of the kicking game. His inside low kick is phenomenal. Like, to the inside of the thigh, and those kill. People talk about calf kicks a lot. Inside low kicks successfully landed, like inner thigh, oof, that's a shitty spot to get hit. And of course, there's dangers here when you're kicking because the knee is more there to check. But if you set it up like Jon does, I think Stipe thought a left cross was coming. It's not a great reaction. But boom. I thought the left head kick was there like all night. I don't know if anyone else was seeing that, but Stipe was like dipping down, and this hand was kind of here the whole night. So I thought Jon would find the left head kick, but he found something cooler, arguably. But yeah, again, just the kicking game, and look at the toes. This is from like closer range. Like, Jon's constantly hand fighting when he's in southpaw. And this is like tight, but he can chamber the knee pretty, like he gets the knee high close, and then he just whips that toe out, and the heel's not landing on the body, it's just toe. And I know usually the heel wouldn't land, but I don't know how to describe the way, like the intensity and the like viciousness that he digs those toes into the body. Like, he's not trying to push you back. It's just dig. And he digs them so nasty. And Stipe definitely feels this one right here. This is like, ow, this hurts. So he's got to blitz forward. And this is what I want to talk about when it comes to the matchup with Tom Aspinall. Tom is obviously very dangerous, fast heavyweight. And I think Stipe is missing some of that danger and a lot of that speed. We know Jon does not want to be in boxing range. This is clear with any opponent. He doesn't want to be in boxing range. He wants to get out of boxing range at all costs. So he's diving out of there, and a lot of what he does is switching stances and like framing off, like stepping back while he's switching stances, framing off, and then he'll like dive out to a side when he finds it safe. But when he does this, and there's a couple other circumstances where he's doing this. Here he takes a good angle because he's southpaw and he really takes an angle, and that disrupts Stipe's blitz for a second. Blitz just kind of like lumbering forward. But that, like, you saw Max Holloway got hit clean with a right hand as he was doing this similar thing against Ilya Saporia. I think I'll pull up the clip. I won't be lazy, hopefully, in editing. You never know. But he was in orthodox, and as Ilya stepped forward, he dropped into southpaw and got clipped in the middle of that drop. And this is all Jones does, is get out. Like, he brings his hand back and he tries to tuck his chin, but when he's leaning back, the chin is in the air. And it's dangerous. And Stipe even tags him a couple times for it. So here's a right hand that I could see Tom Aspinall landing on Jon Jones. Just as I was talking about, Jon likes to step back, switching stances. And in the middle of his stance switch, just as Max Holloway got hit, MIocic lands a right hand. This is a good right hand, but it's not all the power behind it. And Jon, of course, he rolls with shots really good. Like, he sees this coming last second and, like, looks away. I know it kind of looks like he's, like, offering his chin up, but he's kind of rolling with the blunt of the force. But I think if Tom Aspinall, we know how fast Tom Aspinall's 1-2 is. It's much faster than that. I think that could be a serious issue. And Jon's reaction is going to be framing and backing out, switching stances. That's just, at this point, unless he comes in with a game plan where he's like, okay, I'm only going to duck under and look for, like, body locks, he's going to be backing out and framing. And even if he comes in with a game plan where he's ducking under body locks, like ducking under and getting to a body lock, he's still going to resort to that if shit gets, like, too hairy. It's just how he is. And here Stipe, 42-year-old Stipe, tags him clean on the end of the punch. And I just think that reaction that Jon has had his whole career pretty much would be very, very dangerous against Aspinall. And I saw that Aspinall was the favorite. Pretty crazy. Here, Jon, this is the first spinning back kick that Jon threw, but it's out of the orthodox stance with the right leg, and it lands kind of high on the shoulder, largely blocked. Still does not feel good. Ideally, obviously, you want to slot it in underneath here, but it's hard to get the accuracy on these spinning back kicks. And Jon's trying to peek over, like you see his eye, like maybe trying to take a look at it. But even in the finishing one, he's not looking at the kick. It's hard to get that rotation. And Jon kind of stops it here. Like, you'd have to see someone throw a solid spinning back kick where at the end it looks like they're just finishing in a side kick and they're like really looking at the target. But the way Jon throws it is kind of like this, like donkey, like back kick stomp. I know you can't see me, but one of the coaches at my gym kind of teaches it like that, and it's a powerful kick because like kicking with like behind you and really pushing, like that's a powerful, powerful motion. And when you throw the spinning back kick like that, it's dangerous. And when you throw the spinning back kick the other way, it's dangerous too. But just a powerful technique. And Jon was talking about it in the post-fight interview, how like that kick is one of the most powerful techniques you can throw. I think it, like he said, it was the most powerful kick in kicking. I don't know if he said it like that, but yeah, it's a powerful kick. And here comes another one of Stipe's blitzes. He's blitzing forward, so Jon backs up out of range. This reaction, like the duck under clinch, is something that, okay, it might leave you susceptible to uppercuts, but it might make you a little safe. But then he gets out anyways, and he's pulling back, he's going to get to his framing, like running. This is Jon at like a panic. He's like, oh shit, I don't want to lose my GOAT status. Get me out of here. And he's getting out, and then look at this. He pulls out, like, he's framing, and Stipe has him dead to rights here. And he, like, pulls the chin back up in the air to get more space. Like, he's here, pulling back, and the punch is, like, say the punch is the frame, right? I'm going to dive out of frame. That's the punch missing me. Like, he lifted his chin and, like, turned. It was a great last-second reaction. But if he misjudges the range here by a little bit, he's like turning into the punch and getting out of it. It was a very odd reaction. And these type of reactions is what probably makes Tom Aspinall smile and feel he has a chance. A very good chance. Another teep kick to the body, just toes digging in. Nasty. The way he teeps is nasty. And here's that inside low kick again. Like, he just teeped. Now he's going to throw the inside low kick. As a heavyweight, you're not used to dealing with this many threats, as I was saying earlier in the video. This many weapons. Jon has so many at his disposal. His, like, collection of weapons is 10 times what most heavyweights' collection of weapons is. And he's just picking. He's, like, stalking you. And he's like, all right, I choose that one. And then boom. And then he's going to choose one after that kind of blends with it. So if I just threw a left teep to the body, like he did, then I'm going to throw my left inside low kick. So you're thinking teep, but it goes inside low kick. And it's just nasty the way he rips that. This is, again, just getting on the weapons that Jon has. He's going to lift and stomp. This could look like a body kick. This could look like a teep. This could look like an inside low kick. Instead, it's a stomp. I think Stipe was trying to defend maybe a body kick, but in doing so, he removes his knee out of the way of the stomp, which is solid. And this was where, in the first round, he got the trip. I didn't talk about that. We know Jon has phenomenal ground and pound and very dangerous on top, so I didn't really want to dive into it too much. I've already been yapping for too long. With that being said, let's get to the finishing sequence. Here's a left roundhouse to the body. He's steeping. Stipe is backing up against the cage. His body has just been tenderized by teeps. He landed a side kick, I think, and just like slowly, methodically, a lot of people said that, methodically broke down Stipe with just teeping to the body, inside low kick, every kick in the book. So many weapons at his disposal, as I've been saying. And then he brings out this weapon, which is absolutely nasty. And then he brings out this weapon, which is absolutely nasty. Boom. Oh my gosh. Because don't put the Lord's name in vain, not in front of Jon Jones. He leaps into the spinning back hit to the body. And as I showed you earlier, he threw one out of orthodox. But to even further the great advantages that come from someone in southpaw versus someone in orthodox, the person in southpaw often has the advantage in the kicking game. Just because they can get to that liver side. And now, when you think about it, this spinning back kick, although it does work when it's a close stance matchup, orthodox, you can slot it into the liver. It has a higher chance of sliding off the body, because if Stipe's like orthodox, Jon is orthodox, the target for the spinning back kick could be like, it has to be, I don't know how to word it. Like the direction of it has to be like angled to land, and you could misjudge that direction and slide your leg down the side of the body, like missing. I hope this is making sense. It's probably not. And then your leg misses, and then you're way out of position. Think Valentina Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso. I think they were southpaw. But when it's closed stance like this, and your ribs are just offered up on a platter, and Jon, look how tight he slides that in there, and it's all heel, right to the ribs. I'm feeling my ribs right now. If he hit me with that kick, I literally think I wouldn't be able to breathe for the next 3 months, because that is straight heel. And think about how hard your heel is. That's a very, very dense bone, and it just shatters him. That there's no amount of tough that would stop, that would like overcome that level of damage that Jon just dealt to poor Stipe MIocic. If he lands that on Tom Aspinall is going down. Like, that was just a perfect shot. Very beautiful to watch. Quickly, I know I've been yapping. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Tom Aspinall, Jon Jones. I think it is fair to make Tom Aspinall the favorite. Jon Jones' game plan in that fight, I don't think it'll even happen, so I could be wasting my time. But if that fight happens like the fans want it to, Jon needs to take him down and ground and pound him, and then he can maybe start working his striking. In the first round, it is extremely dangerous. The way that Jon backs out of range, switching stances, framing off, long man defense, that really worked against 5'11 dudes at light heavyweight, 6'1 dudes at light heavyweight. Stipe, at 42 years old, even got through this defense, landing a clean right hand. I think that first round would be so incredibly dangerous unless Jones got it to the ground. And I think Jon could get it to the ground. Like, very possible he could. And if he did, it'd be dangerous for Tom. But on the feet, Jon's like kicking game could prove like really effective against Tom in the later rounds. If he survived that first round, his chances of winning would go very, very up. But with all that being said, I don't think the fight will ever happen. Jon will probably get his fight with Pereira. If he doesn't, then he probably just won't fight. And yeah, that's all. If you made it to the end, really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Should I shave or should I just let it happen? Look at that. I've never had that much hair. I get one amateur victory and I start growing facial hair. All right. Peace.